if they have a grouse with the Enforcement Directorate, if they have a problem with the BJP government, or they're accusing the government of vendetta politics, there is a manner in which protests can be lodged. But coming out to the streets and blocking streets and throwing normal life out of gear is certainly not coming off the grand old party. Here, they've, like our reporter just said, could be bringing bad name to the party at large. But it appears that this is collectively a decision of the Congress party, from the senior leaders to those workers in the cadre on ground. This is Hyderabad visuals coming in, where we're seeing at least slightly peaceful, more peaceful protests here in Hyderabad, where they're all seated with placards there, holding flags and are giving out speeches. This is the visual coming in from Delhi, where trains have been blocked. Sonia Gandhi right now at the Enforcement Directorate office. It's been close to 2 hours that she's been there. She's been grilled by about 5 ED officials, including a woman official also, who is currently part of that grilling, who's speaking with Sonia Gandhi. In fact, India Today has the inside details, about 10 questions that's being posed to her on her role and her participation in Young Indian. These are visuals coming in, again, of women workers of the Congress who are protesting. Let's hear it from them. Let's try and get some voices there on our screens. In fact, India Today on this coverage relentlessly showing you the kind of violence and arson that the Youth Congress has launched pan-India. These are visuals coming in of Bengaluru and of Delhi, where cars burnt, trains disrupted, barricades being broken and climbed, water cannon being used only to stop those protesters, violent protesters, the agitators there not willing to move. Eventually the police has to resort to water cannons. So far we haven't seen a case of lathi charge. Remember, just last time when Rahul Gandhi was summoned, the police had to use brute force to move out those protesters. Again, at that point too, it wasn't expected that the Congress workers will indulge in such large-scale protests and violence. As Kumar Kunal said, that this time also the police seem to have been caught off guard. And it appears this was a similar situation even the last time when Rahul Gandhi was called in. The police was indeed caught off guard. Huge numbers of Congress workers came by to protest, and the police were clearly outnumbered. Eventually, large deployment was made, and the police had to use force, literally dragging out those protesters, after which parliamentarians claimed and complained to the speaker, saying that they were manhandled, they were injured while the police were trying to detain them, and that the police was using force, and this was unfair and illegal. That's what the parliamentarians said from the Congress party as they pledged their protest and complaint with the speaker.